carries. Got an X with a 1 on the top, and then a double 1 on the bottom.
It's 5 of 6. It's almost time for my meeting.
He doesn't. Where are you up to, Gary? He doesn't. I'm trying
to make it work. Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, I had to stay and everything back. I haven't been working on these in one yet. It's called me up Tuesday. I think was up.
Always, okay.
And then I have to leave. Well, we're basically this. It's gonna be fine. They got it in November. The presentation's summary.
We're talking about
And I want to put off.
you.
Since
last month, I've learned a lot of Bengali. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
He's researching about Bangladesh.
Now we have to start speaking in Hindi. Yeah.
Exactly, you want the scope.
If you want to change the scope, we're happy to do it, but I can't summarize it. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I don't-
Maybe that's what they needed that summary to figure out what they wanted in there. Hello.
For those who don't know, who are new, on the left there is Linda Fenoff, our, clerk when, for the informal meeting. And on the right is, the council's attorney, Cheryl Peck. Crystal Peck.
Crystal Peck.
Losing you.
For those who don't know.
Sorry, Crystal.
Well, Tom.
Oh, boy. What a start. Okay, this organizational meeting of the Hudson Common Council for the year 2024 is now in session. Will the clerk, Ms. Tracy, please call the roll?
Belton. Here. Baskaludi.
Here.
Moranti.
Here.
Mizan.
Here.
Morris. Here. Hardhagen.
Here.
Roberts.
Here.
Roney.
Here.
Sauer.
Here.
Volo.
Here.
Present DePietro.
Here.
Quorum present.
So, Michael, will you put up the rules of order, please? And I'm gonna ask Crystal, to explain to us what is new in the rules of order.
Sure, I'll wait for Michael to get it on the screen. Okay, so there's only been one substantive change, and that is on rule number, let me see if I can pull the quick rule up, 8. And this addresses an issue that was coming before the council a couple times throughout the last year or two. And the new section is towards the end of that paragraph where it states that any non-member seeking to speak must do so in an orderly manner and shall not engage in conduct which disrupts, disturbs, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting, nor shall any non-member engage in any threatening manner or abusive language directed at any member of the council, city department representative, or member of the public. If any person continues to engage in such behavior after being warned by the chairperson to cease such behavior, the chair may order the removal of said person from the meeting. And this is to address certain issues that were happening, and there was a request that language be put into the rules of order to address conduct by speaking members of the public.
Thank you, Crystal. Can I have an introduction in a second? Go on, a second. Second. Sure, Sean. Any questions?
Is there a way we can have someone stating that the comment has to be addressed to the council and not have the public addressed?
No, I don't think that's a good idea, actually.
No, I mean, like, if somebody, like, engaging this one rather than this one, you know what I mean? Like two public members arguing with themselves.
The planning board has that rule.
I guess that's like Robert's rules, kind of.
Yeah, that's already covered, because we do have Roberts in the background for this,
Okay.
our rule of order. That's just basic.
Yeah.
Is this a vote on the new rule?
No, it's on the entire rules of order.
Oh, the entire rule.
Since there are new people, do you want to just run through it?
Sure, if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to read that out loud, or can you do it?
Bunch of highlights, you know.
Thank you, Margaret. Gives us.
You want to make it bigger, maybe?
Huh?
You want it a little bigger?
Yeah,
I can
okay.
say, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, rule number 1. Our regular meetings are held every third Tuesday at 6 p.m. The informals, we already discussed this earlier, the informal meetings are at 6 p.m. on the second Monday preceding the third Tuesday of each month. A relatively new rule is number 2. Upon the appearance of a quorum, the president, or in his absence, the majority leader shall take the chair and the members shall be called to order. Then we have the order of business. Resolutions and law should be in writing at the informal session for discussion before submission at the formal session. This rule may be waived by the president of the council when deemed necessary. Any matter, motion, proposed resolution or law introduced at the formal or formal, the president at his sole discretion may assign it to the appropriate ad hoc committee or place it on the agenda for consideration. A petition by 3 members of the council, I always thought it was 2, so my bad, to the full council would be sufficient to discharge a draft law or resolution and bring it up for consideration by the council. In case you're not knowing what that means is, if I don't want to put something on the agenda, you can overrule me by getting 3 of your members to insist that it be on the agenda. All questions pertaining to appropriations are aye, and nay vote shall be taken, and the same shall be a record vote. Let's see, all that'll be in the minutes. Where the city charter requires the affirmative vote of majority of the council, whether a simple majority, 2/3 or 3/4, The required vote of the council is based upon the whole council. Different resolutions require more, or most resolutions only require a simple majority. Off the top of my head, I know that when we sell something, for example, we have to have a 2/3 majority, a 3/4. Sorry, not 2/3, 3/4. Let's see. All questions relating to the priority of business, that is the priority of a question of one subject matter or another, shall be determined by the chair without having been put to a vote by the council. Then we have the conduct of debate, which includes the non-members part. And that ultimately, if anything that's not covered, refer to Roberts. Executive sessions, I'm not gonna go through all that, you should read it. It's right out of the New York State rules about open meetings. Paying of the bills, they're received at both meetings and they're endorsed by 2 or more council members, usually myself and 1 council member, and then we vote on them at the formal meeting. By 2/3 simple vote of the council, any of these rules may be amended or rescinded. The president may recess any meeting on his own motion and may set a time and date for such meeting to reconvene, not more than 10 days after such a recess. I believe in 6 years, I've only done that once. The council may adjourn by any meeting by a simple majority or those present at the time. A recess meeting shall be reconvened beyond the council's next scheduled regular meeting. And upon calling such next scheduled regular meeting to order, the recess meeting shall be deemed adjourned. Then, of course, the reference to Robert's Rules of Order. And lastly, as was done in a previous meeting of the caucus, we elected a minority and majority member. So, any questions, or can we vote? Okay, let's vote. Roll call vote, please.
Roll call or just a voice vote? It's just a voice vote.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's just have a voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Now, the outgoing majority leader, can you tell us what your caucus decided?
Sure. So in, our caucus decided for majority leader, Miss Margaret Morris, congratulations. And minority leader, would be myself.
Okay,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
can I have a motion and a second to adjourn this meeting?
I
Ron?
have something I want to bring up about committees, since this is an organizational meeting,
Oh, sorry, I should have brought that up.
because I put something together, I wanted to.
No, that's all right. No. We're having, again, a number of, both ad hoc and other, committees. And like in the past, I would like to keep this very democratic in the sense that you volunteer for committees rather than being appointed. We have a truck committee, a parking committee, a legal committee, and an events committee. And I'll be accepting, right now, the truck committee has 3 members, Margaret, Dewan, and Ronnie. So,
As well as non-council members.
yeah, but they don't really figure into this. So if you want to continue it, please let me know.
Continue.
And, no, let me know in an email, please, so we have it. And then the parking committee has Dewan, Ronnie, Margaret, Vicky, and Dominic. Please let me know if you want to continue on that. Or anybody else who would like to join. I know Jennifer's interested in the parking issue. The legal committee, we lost people, so it's Margaret and Ronnie at this point. So anybody who'd like to join the legal committee, please let me know. And if you want to continue, let me know. And the events committee right now has no one. And as I mentioned earlier, it's, it needs at least 3 people. And that's not.
Vicky and I run it last time.
Excuse me?
Vicky and I run events.
There you are? Sorry, I didn't notice that. Oh, Vicky and Dominic. So we need at least 1 more, and that doesn't meet every month. It just meets when the subject comes up. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I've talked to a number of people, particularly people who are on the council at a time when we have more standing committees. One thing I would like to propose, I'd like to hear from people here this evening, how they feel about this. I would really like to see a standing finance committee. I talked to Heather, we could work on having a summary level reports at the department level once a month. I think that would be very helpful for us for tracking during the year where we stand with regard to budget. I'd also like to see a public safety committee with police and fire, and there's a rationale for this, which I'll mention in a moment. The other one I'd like to see is infrastructure, which will be DPW, water, sewer, code. And then youth and aging, which would be youth and seniors in that meeting. We also, in the past, going back to 2019, had the Economic Development Committee, which was the Business Coalition and the Development Corporation. Might be worth thinking about bringing that in as well. And so the rationale for this is that I think if we have, and then the people I've spoken to agree, but if we have focused meetings with the various departments, it offers the public an opportunity, if they want to bring specific questions rather than coming to a 2-hour meeting. I think it also allows an opportunity to actually talk about if there's some particular issue that one department wants to bring to our attention. I think it's more conducive to that. And so I just would like to hear what people think about bringing back some.
Okay, I'm gonna cut off that conversation because first of all, you never talked to me about it. And secondly, if you knew the charter, I get to appoint committees and that's just how it goes. So it's really not a matter for open discussion. If you want to talk about it further, we can talk about it, but it's not something we vote on. There was a reason for condensing a lot of the committees, which had to do with making sure everybody on the council got to hear from all the departments. And that's not to say I disagree with you about something. We may in fact start some new committees, but you know, once we get too many committees, then there's that, I mean, you may have the time for all that, but a lot of the other members of the council don't. So let me think about it and I will get back to you on that, but I would like to talk to you in private about that. It's not really a matter for open discussion. Okay, can I have a motion and a second to adjourn? One, sure, sir. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, that meeting's over. Okay. Now we go into our formal meeting. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, the informal meeting of January 8th, 2024. Copies of draft minutes of the December 19th meeting have been posted on the city website. We have 3 communications. They are the reports from the police department. And what I'd like to start with, because we don't want to keep her waiting, is Elena DeFeo is here to talk about the police contract, which we will be voting on at our formal meeting. The reason she's here, not at the formal, is she's had the previous engagement next week, and she will lead us through the contract tonight and what the changes are, what's been accomplished, anything else we think people need to know.
As it's not being voted on yet, I think we can go into executive session if it's so your pleasure, so that we can have discussion about negotiations.
Sure. Can I have a vote to go into Dominic, second? One. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, let's see.
She could stay.
Yeah.
And obviously my law partner.
Right, Maya, Liz, everybody else can stay.
Are we, Zoom is off or? Internet?
I'm going to, is there anyone on Zoom that we need to?
I don't think so, because all the members are here. Oh, Crystal could stay, of course.
It's gonna be a challenge for me to move people out. for 7.
Is there a waiting room?
I'm gonna try and work on that. I'm currently unable to move people into a meeting room or a waiting room, so I will have to just mute this room. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, Crystal, we won't be able to keep you in unless you want to call one of.
It's okay. I think you guys are okay on this one, for right now, unless Tom, you think otherwise.
No, that's good. I think that's